Hey Frank, this is Mike D from the Fittest League. I want to thank you coming out from all the way from Long Island in New York City. So today we're going to go over your 6 lifts. We got 3 snatches, 3 clean and jerks, and from February 20th, 2016's Winter Weightlifting Throwdown. So really, you have some great pulls. You know, you're a huge, strong guy, so the pulling isn't the issue with any of your lifts. Really, it's just your comfortableness to get underneath. I think you powered everything. It shows you how strong and fast you are in your pulls. And I'm just noticing, you'll see here too, you're kind of shallow with your drops, and that is actually kind of limiting your ability to really get under that bar. So all in all, let's take a look here. So you got a really good load. I can see, your shoulders are draped over the bar. You got great positioning with your elbows, and your knees are right out to the sides. So as we come up here, I want to have that bar come in. Do a great job of getting a good pull. The bar get into the body. Now you're keeping your arms straight, which is great. Many lifters don't. You do a great job of your heels are still into the floor. You get great elevation. Look at that. Full triple extension. You got your ankles, knees, and hips. Everything's open, and then you start your bend as we go through. Great positioning. That bar gets pulled all the way up to your face. Like, that's a great pull. And you kind of just rush yourself under and you stick yourself. So, at this point, you got to be able to, that bar now, you pulled that bar about a foot above your head. Realistically, that bar really should only have to get to about here. That's kind of, and then you should be able to get underneath. But nonetheless, that's a great 70 kilo. So once again, amazing speed, amazing pull strength, and then just get a little more fluid with pulling under the bar. So some things that I maybe would work on, obviously maybe looking at some, once you start to ingrain that overhead position, you get really comfortable with it. I really like doing a lot of drop snatches or snatch balance work. Typically, depending on who you are, anywhere between 70 to 100% for reps of 2 to 4, 2 to 5 reps. Really just working on banging your hips down and getting underneath the bar and sitting comfortably underneath. But here's your last snatch of the day. Alright, so we're on to the cleans. The clean and the jerks, getting those elbows through, being confident with that front squat. And that's just, I know you probably got a great front squat. It's another thing that is transition into having speed. You got a great pull. Like, you're pulling this thing up, almost a strongman clean, getting it up there. Amazing pull, so I don't have to teach you there. You got a great first pull. So once again, just get a little more confident with getting underneath the bar. So let's rewind this one back here. So you're doing a lot of heaving on the bar at the top. If we look, now we're going backwards here. So if we look here, great job. You get to about here. This is where you got to just finish with that strong ass deadlift. You got to get that thing to come pulled into the hips, stay back on the heels. Right here you can see your feet start to kind of lift, and we really want to just continue to stay back on those heels and drive yourself up. You get it up top, full extension. So you take that bar, that bar is about right there. So what we want to do is we got to work on, what happens is your hips aren't comfortable dropping straight back down. If you were to do like a bounding jump in the air, your hips would come straight back down and you'd be able to land in that squat. What happens, you have such powerful hip drive, however, you're not ingraining the fact that when you need to stop that powerful hip drive and take the hips back down under the bar, you're almost shooting your hips and over pulling, which obviously then leaves you kind of stuck under that bar, and you'll notice here your hips kind of aren't shoving back, and you're kind of like, oh man, it's already in my body. So, you know, that's just working on that front squat and really getting in that position, just ingraining it. You step through, you save the lift from here, recentered, great job of collecting yourself. I like to get my elbows up, and that might be a mobility thing. What that does is that allows my torso to stay longer and stronger, and my legs are able to drive better. So we'll take a look here. Alright, so that's like a push press. Want to really think about anything overhead when it's a power movement is to use your legs. Dip and just commit with everything you have to launch that bar off your body. You're a nice, big, strong guy. Use that leg and then commit to the process. Let's take a look at the last lift here. So you can see there just a little bit of a miss, but watch how high this bar gets. You get here, you could really continue to stand up. You do a great job. At this point, that bar is this high. Alright, so let's rewind this to the start. So you were able to pull that bar all the way, I guess, to like your mid-chest line, you know, at the top of that ascension, almost even higher, which tells me that bar is way up there. You got to be able to get underneath that bar a lot quicker and to be able to get down there. If you can just squat a foot more, maybe land in a full parallel squat, you got every single lift like this, and I would presume you'd be able to pull easy 300 if you really just work on getting underneath that bar. So what I would do is a lot of three position cleans, a lot of hang cleans, really working on that full depth and just starting to, you know, using your 60-70%, just ingraining that patterning. But Frank, it was awesome to see you lift there. Nice, strong dude. And we want to thank you for coming out and supporting us. So let's take a look here at the last lift here. Alright, Frank, thanks for coming out, man. Make sure to share this with all your Long Island crew. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at The Fittest League. Take care.